What like? Can you remember kind of like the first artist who tapped in with you and like was like, "Hey, I like what you're doing. Like, keep that shit going."
I mean, there's been a lot. I think Julio Foolio was one of the...
Rest in peace.
Yeah, rest in peace. That was like really early on. And it's fucked up because when he got killed, I knew he was coming to Tampa. I was going to reach out and see if he wanted to do an interview. And then he got killed. Crazy shit.
I interviewed him twice. And I said it during the interview. I was like, it just feels like your ending is we already know how it's going to end. Essentially. Yeah. Like it was expected.
Yeah, I just drove past that hotel the other day, and it's just weird thinking about shit like that, you know. But I mean, from him to obviously like the big names would be Lotto, Dirk put me on a song.
Yeah,
Kodak shouted me out at Rolling Loud, but that shit kind of went left. More recently, 50 Cent had me on his Instagram. It's been a lot of people, but and then Drake. When Drake put me on a song, that shit, I went to the strip club immediately.
I bet.
As soon as that shit got sent to me, yeah, I was like, oh yeah, we're going.
Yeah.
I went to call people. Like, look, Drake put me on a song. We're getting a section.
What strip club?
I don't even fucking remember. I think it was some ghetto ass shit out there.
Okay.
I was in Orlando.
Oh, you were in Orlando.
And I drove all the way over here just to fucking, yeah. I forget which one it was though.
Yeah, no, it is interesting. Yeah, the Julio Foolio thing, like it feels like, man, like, you know, it's almost like what you were saying with like how kids are like conditioned in prison and how they come out the other side. It's like hip hop fans, I feel like, because of the YouTube culture, I guess, where a lot of artists they're not necessarily even known for music anymore as much as they're known for like what they do in the streets.
Yeah.
So it's like fans
that's what made everybody so much more official. In the eyes of everyone else.
Yeah,
like,
because it's like, well, I got a hood documentary that Swamp Stories did about me or whoever.
Yeah, and then
I come
through and fuck that whole shit up. Yeah. Nah, bitch, you ratted. You not like that.
Right.
So it's like, I mean, that's the thing is, for me, I was just doing prison shit. And then I only got sentenced to 3 years. I'm not going to have 20 years worth of fucking
it's like I'm
videos.
Out of content, guys.
Yeah, so I started covering criminal cases. So I did a story in Palm Beach of this kid that went in a 7-Eleven. And he robbed the 7-Eleven, and this white Karen lady tried to stop the robbery. She got shot in the head. The kid had a YouTube video with like 6,000 views.
He was a rapper?
I mean, he had one video with 6,000 views, one song. I put rapper in the title, and the video went crazy. And then that's what was like the light bulb, like, oh, I'm going to start covering rappers. So at first, it was just criminal cases. And then I started finding out like who was snitching and shit. And
did you already was it on accident that you were able to figure that out? Because obviously there's a process to being able to get public paperwork.
It wasn't really thinking like it wasn't an accident because I was getting public paperwork on myself.
So you were like, oh, if I could do this for me, I could get it.
Yeah, because people were like, oh, you didn't have a gun charge. Oh, you didn't do this. You didn't do that. I'm like, all right, well, I got the reports. Oh, you didn't get caught with a weapon. Oh, you didn't do nothing in prison. All right, I got all my disciplinary reports. You didn't do a year in confinement. This says I did fucking a year straight.
Right.
So it's like, you know what I mean?
So you kind of like...
I'm like fact checking myself.
You fact checked yourself and
prove to the fans.
Yeah, and then a light went off for, oh, if I can...
And I was like, wait, if I can look my shit up, I can look their shit up. Because TMZ does it.
Who was the first artist you were able to
I think it was Spot 'em Got 'em. I think he was like the first. And
he's from Orlando, right? Or Jacksonville?
Nah, he from Jacksonville. Yeah, he from Jacksonville. And then when that happened, I guess like that's what started the beef with like me and Say Cheese and shit. And because he was trying to interview me.
I didn't know you had a beef with Say Cheese.
I really didn't either because he never said it. But all of a sudden...
Was he working with Spot 'em Got 'em or something?
He signed him.
Oh, Spot 'em Got 'em was signed to Say Cheese?
And he was about to have a song with Dirk, and Dirk gave him the money back.
Oh,
right.
Shit.
I didn't know any of this either. So, like, this is before I did any major interview. No Jumper reached out to me first. I told him I was going to do that first. So I was waiting to do that before I did Say Cheese. After the Spot 'em Got 'em shit happened, Say Cheese never posted me again. The only time they would post me is if it was, like, some negative shit.
Some negative shit about you.
Yeah. Or they would post, like, a major thing that I covered. They would just exclude me.
Exclude your part of it, yeah.
So it was like common sense. Like,
well, I mean, I get it. I mean, look, if this artist is signed to me and you kind of,
yeah, I didn't know though. So it wasn't like a personal
but
thing.
would you have not exposed him had you known that he was signed to Say Cheese?
Nah, I probably just would have told Say Cheese.
Like, hey, just so you know, homie's a rat.
Yeah, like.
Well, I mean, at least, I mean, that's the thing is, like, I wonder, like, for you, like, if you find someone is snitching, have you ever not aired him out because maybe you have a relationship or...
Man, my homie did a video with somebody I exposed. And before the video released, I was talking to my homie. He was like, yeah, I just did a video with I was like, yeah? Well, I'm about to drop his body cam footage. So, you know, drop your video, make your money, but I'm still finna... And that's how it played out.
Damn.
So he dropped the video with dude, and then right after I fucking blasted the shit, and
that's crazy, man.
It is what it is.
Have you ever gotten anything wrong that you had to walk back a little, or you felt like maybe
Track 100 in the YNW Melly case? Yeah, I misspoke on that one. It was something to do with him turning over the cell phone as evidence, and that having a negative impact on Melly. So how I corrected that was I did an interview with Track. And
let him clear it up.
Right.
Yeah.
We got the story situated because the paperwork aligned with what he was saying. So it was a misrepresentation. As far as like the snitching shit, it's really all like opinion, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, I think you said it best with the Gunna thing, right? It's like, Gunna's only a snitch if Young Thug says he's a snitch.
Yeah, other than that, nobody gives a fuck.
Right. And I would you say that Young Thug's behavior towards Gunna since being released has at least insinuated that he thinks that?
Yeah. I don't think they're best friends anymore.
He's still signed to him, right? Like there's like YSL still putting out Gunna's records.
I mean, money is money, but they're not. It doesn't seem like they're cool. So
yeah, it feels like just half of Atlanta just put him over there. It was.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you got to be big enough to make something happen. So like, I've dropped shit on people that have still maintained their career. And it's
I think
not like I was...
Boston Richie was one of your famous ones, right?
Yeah, that one went... that was
initially big. Really affected his career negatively. Because I think he got taken off of a tour.
I mean, people say that, but like, bro, like...
But he just had his biggest song of his career. Save Me is his biggest hit.
Like 6 days after that shit dropped, when I dropped that shit, he got signed for like $6 million.
True.
So who gives a fuck?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like, people are still going to have their opinion on that. Like, oh... He gave fake names, whatever, and I can show you what name was real and what name, you know. But it's like, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I just think that like even if it's up for interpretation, the fact that you make a video about somebody, there's a stigma where you're like,
yeah. So, but at the end of the day, though, everyone has the mentality of he didn't snitch on me. I think people get it confused and they think that I genuinely give a fuck. I don't care.
You're just
YouTube
making content.
Pays me, bro.
Yeah, this is your gig.
If I wasn't making money off of this shit, I wouldn't give a fuck.
For sure.
You know what I mean? Like, nah, I'm not gonna go do an interview with Boston Richie, right. And people have actually tried to make that happen.
People have tried to make you and him sit down together.
Yeah,
I think that'd be entertaining.
Yeah, but it wouldn't end how, you know.
Yeah.
All one of us got to do is say something stupid, and it's turning into a whole nother situation.
Do the Vlad style. Do the fucking, you know, put him on a screen. Yeah.
It's just like, you know what I mean, but. It's just all a matter, like, finesse 2 times was another one.
Yeah.
You know, so with his situation, he claims whatever. The paperwork says otherwise. I got in contact with all 3 co-defendants that got told on. They said what they said. People don't care.